Hi everyone, my name is Jazz and welcome to my channel. Okay guys, welcome back! I'm so excited for today's video because I'm going to share with you 4 new DIYs that I made for Easter. I made these DIYs using Dollar Tree items and things that I have around my home, and I really hope that you can get inspired by this video and by these ideas to create your own DIYs. And please, if you like these videos, give me a big thumbs up. That really helps to support my channel, and make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit the bell to get notified every single time that I upload a new video. Remember to follow me on all my social media pages, my webpage JAZOMY.com and my other channel JAZOMY Home. All the links are going to be in the description box, and let's get started. For this project, I'm going to use these bath mats that I get from Dollar Tree. I get 2 in this color and I really like them. So I decided to make a throw pillow using these mats, and the first thing I did was to put them together as straight as possible, and then I'm going to be adding, you can add maybe hot glue or fabric glue to stick your mats, or maybe you can sew them if you have a sewing machine, but I'm going to make it super simple, and I'm going to use this fabric glue, and I'm going to add it to 3 of the edges of my mats. Guys, you must glue them to the opposite side and then turn the mats over, and this way your throw pillow is going to look like it was sewn, and it's going to look so much better. Like I said, you need to add the glue to only 3 of the edges of the mats, and then once the glue is dry, you can turn the mats over, and this is how your throw pillow is going to be looking for the moment. Now it's time to add any design that you want, and I cut these piece of paper in like a carrot shape, and I'm going to be drawing these to any piece of like fabric that you have. I have this one from Dollar Tree, and I like that has these like strips pattern, so I'm going to be cutting 3 carrots in this fabric. Before to glue them to my throw pillow, I decided to add something on the back to make them pop out a little bit more, so I'm going to be cutting 3 other carrots a little bit bigger in this burlap fabric that I have at home, and just in case, I'm going to leave you a link in the description of where you can get these type of burlap fabrics. From there, I'm going to be adding the fabric glue to my carrots to glue them together. From there, once you have your 3 carrots, this is how they're going to look, and you can put them on your throw pillow. I decide to stick them in different directions with a little bit of hot glue. Once I stick all my carrots, I'm going to be using this jute cord, and I'm going to be sticking that jute cord on my throw pillow to basically make as if all the carrots were tied together, and it will look much more like fun and cute. Okay, once I stick all the jute cord on top of the carrots to make them look like if they were tied together, I am going to be doing the foliage that all the carrots supposed to have. And for that, I'm going to be using more jute cord, and I'm going to be making like tassels. They look like small tassels for me, but I'm going to be cutting like the edges. I'm going to tie them with a small knot, and then I'm going to be gluing that jute foliage to the top of the carrots. Now it is time to fill your pillow. You can fill it with anything that you have around your home, maybe another old pillow or maybe blankets, or I don't know, you name it, anything that you have and that you think it works. And then you need to fold the other side of the pillow and glue it with hot glue to make sure that it's going to have the same like finished look on all the edges of your pillow. Once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I am in love. I love how it looks. I love how neutral it is and how cute it looks. This DIY was so inexpensive using the bath mats from Dollar Tree, and it looks amazing with a high-end look, and I really hope that you like it. For the next project, I'm going to be using this super cute Easter basket that I get from Dollar Tree. It comes in a set of 2. I'm only going to be using one for this project, and I'm going to be removing the handle, and then I'm going to be cutting the two small like dots that protrude from the basket, and then I'm going to be using my sanding sponge to sand those pieces of like plastic to make them look as better as I can. Then I'm going to be using this candle holder that I get from Dollar Tree. I'm reusing this one, that's why it is white and black. But I'm going to be sticking that to the bottom of the basket using E6000 and hot glue to make sure that it's going to stay strong. Then I'm going to be painting these using this matte pale sage spray paint, and I'm going to give it only one coat of paint, and it already looks amazing, so I'm going to leave it with one coat, and then I'm going to be decorating these bees. To decorate it, I'm going to first add some height inside to be able to stick this small candle, and then I'm going to be adding this greenery bouquet that I get from Dollar Tree. I love these, I love the colors it has, so I'm going to be cutting a few pieces, and then I'm going to be adding them to my basket and make sure that it's covered with the greenery. Once I was done, this is how this project turned out. It was super simple. You can add more details to the basket if you want. I want to leave it simple, and I love how it looks, and I hope that you like it too. It was so inexpensive to do, and it looks amazing. For this next project, I'm going to be using my Waverly chalk paint in mineral color, and I really like this color. One of the things that I'm going to be doing for today's video is it's mixing the chalk paint with this baking soda powder, and I'm going to mix these two things to make the chalk paint a little bit like thicker, and that way it's going to add more texture on what I'm going to be painting. And I'm going to be painting these little cute foam bunny that I got from Dollar Tree, and I really like it. I love the size of it. So I'm going to be using the chalk paint, and I'm going to be painting my whole bunny with this color, and this is going to make my piece look like it's made of cement. It's going to add a lot of texture, and it's going to look super cute, but to make it a little bit more realistic and add more dimension to the bunny, I'm going to be using my chalk paint in white color, and with a thin brush I'm going to be adding a little bit of color or like shade on every part of the bunny, on the legs, on the ears, on the eyes, on the mouth, and this is going to make it so much cuter. once I paint my bunny and everything is super dry, this is how it's going to look, and I love it. I think it looks so high-end and super like heavy, but it's actually made of foam, so it's super fun. Next, I'm going to be using this piece of wood that I just have around my home, and I'm going to be adding greenery on top. You can use any piece of wood or maybe like a plank or any vase that you have and that you like. You can add greenery and then you can put your bunny on top. Guys, once I was done, this is how a project turned out, and I think it looks amazing with a high-end look. It looks so expensive, but actually is a foam bunny, so I think it's super fun. For this next project, I'm going to be using these wooden sticks that I got from Home Depot. They're so inexpensive. So I'm going to be using one, and I'm going to be cutting 4 pieces about 18 inches long each one, and each one of them has to have a 45-degree angle that I cut with my saw machine. Once that I have my 4 sticks, I'm going to be using my sanding machine to sand all the edges and make sure that my wood has a smooth surface. Then I'm going to be using my stain in special walnut color. I really love this color. I'm using this in so many projects. So I'm going to be painting my sticks in this stain and then let them dry. Once all the pieces of wood are dry, it's time to stick them all together, and for that I'm going to be using wood glue. I'm going to add it to each angle, and then I'm going to stick them together, and just to reinforce my frame, I'm going to be using my stapler, and I'm going to be adding staples to each border of the frame. I have made this frame before and I really like it, but if you don't want to make this type of frame, you can use a canvas from Dollar Tree or maybe from Five Below. They are so inexpensive, and you can do the same and you don't need to cut any wood. Once I leave the wood glue dry for a couple hours, this is how my frame is going to look. Then I need to make a background, and for that I'm going to be using this foam board from Dollar Tree. You can use maybe a cardboard or a piece of wood if you want. I'm going to make it so simple using this foam board. I cut it the size that I needed, and then I'm going to be using my stapler to add staples to the edges and basically stick the foam to the frame. I got this stapler from Amazon, and the link is going to be in the description box. Okay, once I have my frame and it has a background, I'm going to be working on what I want to put on the background. So for that, I'm going to be using these cute, they're like wooden eggs, especially for kids, but I'm going to be using one of it to decorate it, and I'm going to be using this scrapbook paper. You can use maybe any paper that you have, any color, you can paint it. You can be so creative with these. I'm going to be using these that I like. It has like small dots in black color, and I'm going to draw the shape, then I cut it, and then I stick it with hot glue. Once I have my egg, I want to add like a border. So for that, I'm going to be using jute cord, and I'm going to add hot glue on all the edge of the egg, and I'm going to stick the jute cord. Next, I want to make another egg, but a little bit bigger. This one is another one that you can get from Dollar Tree. It's super big, it's super cute. You can do so many things with this egg sign. And I'm going to be doing the same thing, but using this other pattern. This is actually a vinyl from Cricut, but I'm going to be using it as a scrapbook paper, and I'm going to stick these to my egg. when these two pieces are stick together, I'm going to be adding jute cord to the edge of the egg. Again, this is going to add a really nice touch, and I just did the same to the two eggs that I'm going to be using to make them look like a set. Once both of my eggs are done, this is how they look, and I'm going to be like putting them on where I want them to be. But before sticking them, I'm going to be sticking these decal that I made in black vinyl that says happy, and I'm going to stick these on the top of my sign, and then on the bottom I'm going to be sticking this other one that I made that says Easter, and I've made these two using my Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, it's okay guys, you can use any other sticker. You can use paint and paint it yourself, or you can draw or stick something else. From there, I just have to stick my two eggs with hot glue to my foam. And this is how my project turned out. It's super cute, so inexpensive, super big, 18 inches by 18 inches square feet, and I'm really happy how it turned out. I think it looks simple and modern and farmhouse at the same time, and I just love it. Guys, I hope that you like and enjoy today's video. All of these DIYs are perfect for Easter, and I hope that you like that, and if you do, please give me a big thumbs up. That really helps to support my channel, and let me know in the comments which of these projects was your favorite. I think mine was the first one, the pillow, and this last one, the sign. So let me know in the comments which is your favorite DIY, and make sure that you are subscribed, that you hit the bell, and that you share this video with friends and family. Remember to follow me on all my social media pages. I have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, my webpage JAZOMY.com, and my other channel JAZOMY Home. All the links are going to be in the description box of this video and every single video. Love you so much guys. Take care. Bye guys.